And we're live. Okay. Hello all, hello world. Hopefully everyone's doing alright today. This is day 150 of studying compilers every day until I land a compiler role. Yeah, it's been 150. This is the 150th day of streaming at least. There have been more than 150 days since I started, just because of like various different pauses, various different gaps, just for like, well, various different reasons. But yeah, I guess this is my 150th stream, which is kind of crazy to think about. That is, we're definitely past like a third of a year, and we're getting to the point where it's close to like half a year even, which is really crazy to think about. And like the support from everyone has been incredible, just across like this entire time streaming. And yeah, I guess thank you all so much for all of the support. It really does keep me going. It helps me just like stay motivated, and I don't think I would still be streaming if it weren't for y'all's support. Yeah, anyways, all the sloppiness aside, we've got some Regelloc to finish up, or at least like do some work on. So last time we were gonna do coloring properly, or I guess like pre-coloring, so like specific register constrained virtual registers, I guess, specifically like RCX and shift operations. We were gonna like pre-color those, but there was like an issue with our test because of the order we like, I guess, handled nodes being, I guess like the extra nodes being handled, just because we might have been a little bit lazy with the way that we went about things. So yeah, we didn't really get around to that, but we did do a bit of basic setup. So hopefully we can get this done today. And if we could, that would be quite great actually. That'd make me very happy. Yeah. Anyways, all that out of the way, I guess we can write some code. But let's change the color scheme first. Let's see. What is Dusk Fox? Ooh, that's pretty. Okay. Yeah, we'll use this one for now. I kind of like it. Okay. So we have this like pre-color visitor, which is, I guess, what we will be working on. And the idea is we just get all of the pre-colorings, I guess, that we need, and then we can take that mapping and we can just like work off of that. Now that I look at this, we can kind of just make this the coloring thing, right? Like I think that might save a little bit of effort actually. I'm not really sure what the best way to go about this is. Maybe we just make this a thing and then call it a day. But then the question is, do we want to add those registers to available colors? I think yes. I think we should. Yeah, and then I think that will be nice. Okay, so then I guess we should probably make like a helper, which is like pre-coloring. Yeah, so let's do, we have tricolor. This should go above this. So we should do register coloring, get pre-coloring. I guess get pre-color. Yeah, we could just do that. And then I guess we could just walk the program and it would be fine. So lir program. Yeah. Yeah, it shouldn't be that much work, I think. It should be pretty straightforward. So I guess this would probably have to go above this. So let's just throw that there. Okay, and then what this means is we can also just like replace a little bit of this slush pile. So let's just take that, let's move it in here. Yeah, and then we can replace this with get or I guess we could do pre-color registers. We could name it that actually. And we can give it that as well. Or I guess we could just call it pre-color even. Big C? No, it doesn't look right. I guess I do kind of like get pre-coloring. I think I will just stick with that. And then we can use that. What is this taking again? This takes LAR. Yeah, so this should be fine, right? Oh, wait. It's not, we don't need that. There we go. Perfect. So now we need to actually implement this, which is a little bit more annoying, but it should be fine. I'm fairly confident it will be fine. Let's move the, do we put the stuff at the top? I feel like we put it at the bottom. I'm kind of indifferent about it. So I guess for auto program, LAR has, yeah, so that's the program, so it has functions, I guess. Yeah, so we can do that. This actually is a dot, right? Yeah, there we go. So for each I and F, get instructions. So we want a pre-coloring visitor. Let's go Tiny Gamer. What computer language is this? I'm writing C++ right now. But the compiler is for C, and it's gonna lower C down to x86 64. Actually, let's keep it zoomed out. Okay, so we have the pre-coloring visitor, so then we can just do PCV visit, I guess? Or I guess we could do I accept. We can give it PCV. Okay, and then we can return PCV get result. I just started my CS degree. Ooh, fun stuff. How do you feel about it so far? I know like the job market's a little scary, but like it's always going to be good for the best applicants. So as long as you keep working hard, I'm fairly sure you will be fine. Oh, maybe we do need to add this to, I don't know. We'll figure that out. Yeah, we can just stick that there for now, I guess. We'll move it back down. Okay, we can do that. So now we need to figure out what to do in here. So I think a lot of these can just be no ops for now. I think binary op is like the only one we have that we can. Actually, we could do more. Let's start with binary op because this is the one that like we at least 100% care about. Hope so everything is fine in future. Yeah, I'm fairly sure it will be fine. It's just a different skill set that you need to learn, but it is what it is. So we want like check constrained, I guess. So we'll just like wishlist code. We'll just wishlist program this like check constrained thing. Let's do source, and then we want to do dest as well. And then let's make a check constrained function. And then this, it takes LAR operand star operand, I guess. We'll just do that. And then we can abstract out a lot of the work here. Yeah, I guess let me know if you have any questions, both about like computer science or just about like compilers. Anything I'm doing, to be honest, I guess. Okay, so check constrained. So here we just want like constrained. So this is dynamic cast because we are insane people. So LR constrained register pointer. And we're turning operand into that. So then so if this is a constrained register, then we want to do a couple things. I guess we could just do we could like invert this clause, I think. That might be return actually. That might be a little bit more denested, which is good. And then from here, so if this is a constrained register, we wanted to, I guess, add both registers to the coloring. So we want, or are we adding the physical register? I think we are, right? Down here, coloring at the register. Yeah, so we are adding the physical register to the list. So I guess coloring, where is our coloring that we, pre-colorings. So pre-colorings at, I guess we could do like, we want the color, so this is constrained. Okay, so we have the so we need to get the two registers from it somehow. So regnum is going to be virtual. Constraint is going to be the color. So I guess we could just do that. Or I guess we could start with this, and then we can do, oh, we need to give it the operand. Damn it. Okay. Why does everything require the operand manager? That's really annoying. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. God damn it. Okay. So I guess we could give this LR get OM. And then we need to make a constructor for this real quick. Anything you want to say to me as a new student? Sorry for my English. Don't worry about your English. Like everyone's just here to learn, I guess. Like, your English does not define how good you are at anything. In terms of like computer science related stuff, I guess just like get started early and make sure to like do a lot of learning outside of your classes. Yeah, because a lot of your learning, like your classes will teach you a lot of theory, and that will like give you a good foundation to build off of. But I think that is not enough to like find a good software job nowadays. You have to like do a lot of like interview prep on your own and like make a lot of projects. And like you also have to like just learn a lot of different things on your own. Like some schools have like some classes on web development, a lot of them don't. So make sure to get that. Make sure to like learn about that on your own. And then I guess corollary of that is, I guess make sure you, like, I know you might not feel like you know a lot yet, but just try to make projects whenever you can, at whatever point you can. The best way to learn is by doing, and the best way to learn what bad code looks like is to accidentally write some yourself and then learn why it is bad. I think you will learn infinitely more from just like making one or two projects than you will from the rest of your classes. Not to say that your classes aren't valuable, because they do teach like a different thing, but they both they do just like teach very different things. And I think just like getting that experience is very important. Yeah, that's kind of just like, that was kind of a big rant. Let me know if like any of that didn't make sense. What was this passing? This takes in operand manager. Actually, let's yank in that, and then let's slap that there. There we go. I have a big struct called compiler that I just passed by ref to all functions. That's crazy. Like at that point, you may as well just make globals. That's kind of that's kind of insane to me. I don't know. Okay, let's see. Where do I go from here? Yeah, of course. Let me know if you have any other questions. Oh, this is a dot. God damn it. Okay. So we make that. That's nice. I'm gonna clean it up someday is a lie. It's always gonna be messy and you know it. Okay, so we want get register, and then, so we have the constraint. This is a reg num, so we just get the physical register from it, which is nice. Okay. Oh, wait, we want... Actually, this is not quite what we want. So we want... So let's just take that out real quick. Let's just do that, I guess. We'll worry about the rest of this in a second. For now, we want to figure out the color. So we want like to size. So what does this take again? That, and then we want the size. So LR size. We want quad word, I believe, is just the standard that we're using here. Let's just pull that out in a variable so that's less awkward. There we go. Oh yeah, wait. There we go, perfect. And nothing has a really awkward hanging indent, which is good. Okay, so then we want virtual reg equals yeah, so we want OM, we want to get the register with the name of the constrained register. So constrained get name, there we go. And then we want the physical reg. So we want get register, and we get color. And then finally we actually do the mapping. Also, these autos have different colors, which makes me very happy. Just for not really any like substantive reason, it just like, it makes me smile a little bit. Okay, so then the last thing we need to do is we need to actually update the pre-coloring, I guess. So pre-colorings at physical reg. That is also physical reg. Virtual reg is physical reg. Oy. There we go. So yeah, I think that's everything we need there. So this checks all of those, at least. These are like hard constraints, I guess. I guess we could probably do this with some like other registers as well, but I don't know. It's kind of awkward to encode, at least. Let's see. What else can we do here? I don't know. We're just gonna leave it as this for now, and then like if it comes up that we need more, we will just fill the rest of this in. I'm lazy right now. This will probably end up getting filled in when I do like the giant refactor, but I mean, it is what it is. Or maybe I'll like make a macro to like generate a lot of these visitors for me. But yeah, this should be fine, I think. So let's see if this builds, and let's see what happens from there. Oh, I might need to add the colors, huh? Okay, so this should be. This is kind of annoying. There's not really a good way to reduce this down. I guess. Yeah, this is very annoying. We'll just do this for now. Oh, what is wrong here? Pre-coloring visitor. What is wrong with this? V-table. What the what? 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 What's good? Good to see you. I am getting beat up by my own architecture right now because I have made some very bad design decisions and I do not know what is going wrong. Nah, I've just been like messing around with my color theme every stream now because it's kind of fun just to like poke around with it. I have no idea what happened here. Let's just rebuild it, see what happens. Oh, I know. Wait, I didn't. Okay, I didn't make the constructor. So this goes like here. So we can do OM, and yippee. Alright, let's try that again. And hopefully, god damn it. Okay. What now? Am I tripping? What is... Thoughts on attempts / research to include LLMs in optimization passes? I think it's actually not that bad. I think like using it directly is kind of awkward, but maybe using it to like generate like compiler hints might get more value. But like using LLMs to like directly optimize, I think is kind of doomed to begin with. Okay, what is messing up here? What am I missing? We have get result, we have check constrained, we have all the visits. Oh. Wait. Is it that? Is it literally that? Okay, it is literally just that. Nice. Okay. So now if we run this pile. Oh, I don't print this stuff yet. Are you trying to solve the graph coding to allocate registers? Yes. So the idea is we have like an infinite number of variables and we have like 16 registers, assuming like x86 64. So obviously if we have like 30 variables, we can't stick them all into the register space at the same time. So what we want to do here is we want to like reduce that down somehow. Yeah, so the idea is like we can, if two registers, or I guess two variables are like active at the same time, or like they might necessarily be used at a later point, then we draw an edge between them in the graph, and then like this just becomes a graph coloring problem. Graph coloring is NP hard, yeah. So that is the problem. There's not a great way to like do it optimally, but I think this is like good enough at least. The heuristic we're using is it's like this little thing here. It's like degree. It's the degree less than r thing. So we like make a stack of registers, and the idea is if we walk through all of the registers, if its degree is less than the number of registers, then it necessarily is colorable. So then we stick that on the stack. And then once we get through those, we just take the register with, I guess, the minimum spill cost divided by its degree. We take the minimum of that, I guess. Minimum register. The register with the minimum yeah. And we push that onto the stack. And then we just like keep going until we're through everything. And then we just hope it's colorable. And if it's not, we spill a register and we just go from there. Yeah, that's kind of the experience, at least. Okay, so I need to actually print the thing. So let's go to driver. So we have, actually we could just call it in here, I think. Right. Risk V, you can use 28 registers. That's an interesting number. I wonder where that comes from. That doesn't seem like a very computer sciencey number, just off the top of my head. Okay, so here. Okay, so this while loop does the coloring. So that does like the actual coloring after we've done like the stack thing. And color we just like coloring we just do like we just do lowest, I guess, lowest available color greedily. For registers pre-alloc for other things. I see. I guess that makes sense, yeah. Yeah, okay. Stack pointer, frame pointer. I imagine that also counts like floating point as well. Maybe not. Maybe not. Oh, print coloring. I made this. Let's give it coloring. Okay, let's see what this vomits out now. Okay, so which ones are the shift registers? We have 15 and 21. Those are the, I guess, shift registers that are constrained. So 15, where is 15? 15 is RCX, check. And 21 is also RCX. Okay, perfect. The vector register, terrifying. Yeah, I gotta learn a lot more about assembly. This stuff is low-key really cool, but I feel quite out of depth, which is, I guess, interesting in some degree. Do we need to add the physical register to available colors? I think we do. I think we should at least. We should add that first. But this is like really awkward. Okay, is there a way to like, let's look up like C++ value, or C++, let's just ChatGPT this. What is my OBS doing? Okay. Make sure I don't leak my life. C++, or how do I initialize a vector with the deduplicated values of an unordered map in C++? You grab the keys? What do you mean? No, I don't want the keys. Okay, ChatGPT giving the most popular wrong answer. Average average experience. Maybe I'll just make a set, actually. Okay, we're just gonna make a set and call it a day. Are you still in school? Yes. I'm finishing my undergrad degree and starting, I guess, working on my master's at the same time. Hopefully, if I haven't messed up any other graduation things, I technically finish my undergrad degree this quarter. Which is really scary to think about, actually. Because that means I have to be an adult. And being an adult is very scary. Okay, here's what we're gonna do. We're going to pass in available colors in here. No, this is ugly. Grr. Okay, let's just do... Let's make this, like, return a pair. Let's do that. Only in second year? Ooh, I miss being a second year. I feel like that's when everything was like the happiest for me, at least. Day 6 of trying to get you to join my Discord. I mean, I added you. You haven't sent me a link or anything, so I mean, you can't really do anything. Maybe like, perhaps the recruiter is not as ambitious. Really? Yes. I believe I have, at least. If I haven't, then like my fault, but I'm fairly sure at least. Or at least my DMs should be open. Okay, so we have this pair. Okay, something is really loud outside. So we make this. Let's make a set real quick. Let's make this a register star. We'll just do scene, I guess. I also realize I need to change the signature in here. So this is get pre-coloring, which is up here. I don't like this return type, but I mean, what can you do? Okay, let me click the button. And then, I guess we could do like, we can do that. And then we could do vector. Just so we can like maintain ordering, I think. Not that it really matters actually. I don't particularly care about that, surely. If it matters at some later point, then like we will do something about it. Okay, so let's see. What do we do from here? So I guess we have scene, so we can actually this is kind of awkward. Maybe we just do it as a separate pass after. What language is this? C++. Okay, we're gonna spam the undo button real quick so I can fix my mistakes. Like that. Let's do that. Let's make this auto because I'm lazy. Okay, so we can do that. We should probably add to available colors real quick before I forget to do that. Yeah. So yeah, let's make this like its own little loop. So reg color. Let's take this by ref. So for each register and color, we don't care about the register. We just care about the color here. Please do not quote that out of context. That would be bad for my career. Okay. So for each of those, let's just make like std unordered set. Scene colors. We'll just do that. Let's just do this. And then scene colors, insert color. We'll just do that. And then this we can just construct from scene colors. Like that. I think this is good. I wish this could be like less ugly, but I mean, it is what it is, I suppose. Yeah, this should be fine. This might be a little bit less awful. This is the first time I've seen C++ that I don't get anything. That's fair, yeah. C++ is like... It's so many different languages in a trench coat. So like, I don't even blame you, to be honest. Yeah, okay. So I think, yeah, this has like the same result, I guess. But we might have a lot more things in RCX, which is like fine. If everything's like short lifetime, I guess. Yeah, like everything's being stuck in RCX, which fair enough. Okay, so then from here, I guess, what do we do now? Let's get rid of the print and then let's commit something first. So here, what did we do? We finish pre-coloring for now, because we're lazy. Let's real quick. Let's rerun the regression tests. That's not good. Why is that infiniting? Why is this infiniting? This should not be infiniting at any point, I feel like. Oh, wait, I know why this is infiniting. Yeah, so we don't spill anything yet, I guess. We haven't figured out how to generate spill code, which is problematic if we have something that can infinite. But that's not the problem of coloring for now, I guess. Okay, I guess we could get rid of this at least. So we do that, we do the coloring, and we add this. So we can just do that. We should probably commit changes somehow, which is an interesting other future issue to worry about. So let's add source. Let's do that. Okay, cool. So I guess we could commit changes, and I think that's probably a good place to go next. I guess I should probably implement things in a way that doesn't require me to like separate out the visitor as well. This is like kind of redundant, at least. Like we can just make the thing visit as well as a helper function. There is no reason to like make a separate object, I think. Okay. So then, how do we color? How do we want to do this? I feel like this code's gonna get messy really quickly. So let's actually just throw this at the bottom like that. And then let's split that up like that. Just for like structuring. I think this will make the mess a little bit less awful. Or maybe we move this down as well? That seems correct. Like that. So let's just yoink all of this. Let's throw this all here. Yeah, this is just like me being pedantic about formatting. I promise that's all this is. Okay. So we have the pre-coloring, we have tricolor, so now we just need to actually do color. This, I think I might just stick the visitor up here as well, just because it's going to make much less of a mess. So this should be coloring visitor, I guess. I don't know. This is very awkwardly named, I guess. Color register or coloring visitor as opposed to pre-coloring visitor. I don't know. This is very awkward. We do not care about a result there. We do not care about this. It's just strictly visitor. Do we need an operand manager? I don't think we do. We just have the putters already. Okay. So we can also just get rid of all of these private things as well. I guess we could just copy like our other function that we had, and we should be pretty good to go. The other function is this one. We can just like we can yoink like all of that. Yeah, so let's just make that coloring visitor. Yeah, I think that's all we need to do here. It's very, very lightweight. So now we actually need to implement this, which is a little bit more annoying. Oh boy. Y'all ready for more boilerplate? Let's go. Okay, so let's do a neat little macro here. Here, coloring visitor, double colon visit, brace, next line. So let's select all of this, norm, and then we run the macro. Okay, so I guess, yeah, and we're gonna immediately lose all the time savings from the macro by doing this by hand. Okay. Yeah, this naming is getting really confusing. I should do something about it, but it is what it is. Let's just do that. We probably want like a replace register thing. I'm not really sure. Yeah, this is very annoying because we don't really have like setters or anything. I think we just like make a new instruction, I think. Yeah, this sucks. This really sucks. I should probably make it mutable instead of like making a new one. So I guess we're adding getters for the next half hour. So let's go here. I guess instruction? Yeah. Or I guess setters, that's what we're adding. So label is fine. MOV we need to do something about. So let's just do like void set source. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, we can make these setters a thing. We are going to be writing setters for like the foreseeable future though. So this is kind of the rest of the stream. Yeah, feel free to ask me anything, I guess. Where am I? Here I am. So we can yoink that. So we want. Yeah, that's it. That's all we're writing here. This is my life now. This is my life now. Anywhere there's an operand, we're gonna want to write a getter, or a setter actually. Whoops. So we have MOV. We want push now. So let's actually just yoink that, and then let's actually just do that. And then let's move this down here. Oh boy, this is gonna be rough. This is gonna be really rough. I'm not going to enjoy this very much. Yes, we're gonna yank those. Let's just throw that there. This is a push. This is a pop. Let's put that there actually. We're kind of just doing the same old. Convert, I don't think I really need to do anything about actually, because we've already accounted for that. Binary off, this is where it gets fun. So it gets fun because we get to paste both things again instead of pasting one thing again. So we can yoink that, and then we can yoink both of these. Jesus Christ, this code is awful. Which person wrote this code? Who can I get blame here? Okay. So that's good to go. Special op, we can do the same thing, I guess. We can yoink source again, I guess. Let's just yoink that, paste that there. Oh wait, this is different. We have an address here. Okay, we might need to handle that differently, but I think those are already physical registers for the most part. Oh wait, no, they're not physical. Oh no. Okay, that's not gonna be great. We might just need to we might need to make a different copy here. Oh, that's good, BM. Good to see you. I'm in getter setter hell right now, if it wasn't obvious. This is my life now. This is my life for the foreseeable future. Okay. Yes, we have a setter there. I don't think we really need to change size in any scenario here. At that point, we just make a new instruction. Maybe I should just be... No, I should not be making a new for each of these. Okay, let's just yank that. This is fine. We'll just need to change the type in a second. This should be dest. So operand address star. Like that. Did we... Yeah, okay, we did special op. So LEA is now what we're doing. I guess we could yank this. Curious if you'd ever switch to Linux. My laptop is running Arch. My PC is on Windows because Valorant addiction. There's no better reason for that. That's the only reason. I don't even play much anymore is the funny thing. But when I do play, I like really don't want to deal with dual booting. So that's kind of the life, I guess. This needs to be dest. Yeah, there we go. Hey. This is dest. This is dest. Okay, cool. Valve hard. Yeah, I don't know why. I guess like the game definitely feels better to play. I'm just not as interested in dealing with the average solo queue teammate anymore. I feel like even like 5 stacks just feel kind of miserable for the most part. I don't know. Maybe it's just like me there. Curious what the other Val players here think. I also think like the pro scene's just been kind of bland. Like all of the players that I cared about for the most part are like already got their like story arcs done. So it's like I don't really have much investment anymore, I feel like. Cache OS, dual boot and 1 cache OS on desktop. That's fair, yeah. Yeah, I guess like the day I quit Valorant is the day that I fully switch everything over to Linux, I think. I think I've run out of other things that I like depend. Paint.net. Paint.net doesn't have a great equivalent that's like lightweight. What theme are you using? Dusk Fox. That's what this one's called. If you ever felt a weird block where you've forgotten fundamentals, yeah, yeah, there's a lot of times that I felt like that. Even just like in C++, like I had to like take some time to just like relearn like how pointers even worked. Even like my math fundamentals feel a little bit weak, and like I'm like asking myself a lot of questions about like graphs as well. So like part of the point of me streaming this is to like rebuild my fundamentals a little bit. That's why I'm like focused on like building my own compiler as opposed to like doing open source work in this instant. But like, yeah, I completely feel you on that. You kind of just gotta like, you just gotta keep brushing up on it until you don't need to brush up on it anymore. And like, that's just kind of how things are sometimes. Okay, let's steal that. Oh, these get really fancy names. Let me just make sure all of these names are correct. These look correct at a glance. Okay, those are all good. So this is source to... This breaks things down a little bit here. It is what it is. These are both operands though, so that's fine. We can just yoink those. Any advice on where I could maybe put my time that could be meaningful? I think the biggest value you can get right now is just like exploring things and just figuring out what you want to put your time in. It's very easy to like just burn through your years and like not really like come out of it not really knowing what you want to do. But I think like if you just like spend some time thinking about it, I think it will do some good. KNR over Almond. I forget which one is which again. Images. Ah, yeah. What? Okay, geez. Okay, I won't look up. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. I don't really like a lot of. I want to like reduce vertical space in general. So, I don't know. It feels. I don't know. It feels very verbose to like have a separate line for the opening brace. And like, the worst part about that is like it makes me feel like I'm writing C#, and it's like worse fate than anything else in the universe. Yeah, it's all like preference at the end of the day. I just kind of like this because it's like condensed but like in a readable way, I guess. How many years have you been programming? I'm gonna say 3 here. There's a lot of different ways to interpret it. Currently working on fundamental skills that we neglected, like project structure and packaging. Yeah, that stuff is kind of annoying, to be honest. It's stuff that like you gotta just like get into eventually at some point, I feel like. Like part of this project was like learning about like CMake as well, and this was not fun. I hate CMake. But I now know enough about it that I'm comfortable vibe coding it in the future, at least, which I think is a good place to be. Do you dislike C#? Not really. It's just like not really my vibe, I guess. Not even like stylistic, but like mostly just in terms of like what's it called? I guess like the types of programs that use C# aren't really things I'm particularly interested in for the most part. We did the setters for those. This is a label, we don't care. This is a condition code, we don't care. This is a label, we don't care. This is a return, we don't care. Okay, none of the other things we care. Hey, you wait. We care about this. We care about this one. Ah. God damn it. I guess we could replace. This is a ref, so we could. Oh, it's a const ref. Damn it. That's really annoying. We'll just do that, I guess. That's really annoying. That sucks. Okay, let's slap that in here. Let's yank that. Stick that there. Oh, new args. That's important, isn't it? There we go. Let me see sharp right now, and I feel like everything's prima. Yeah, exactly. It's like, it just feels a little bit. It feels a little far from like, a little too abstracted out without any of the like, without any of like the convenience feature, or like, without any of the convenience that like Python provides, in my opinion. Or like, even like Rust. At least I feel like my stuff is relatively low cost. Whereas like, with like Java and C#, I don't really know what's happening, at least. Do you ever use UML or design docs? I tried it once. I learned about them once in a class. I guess having to make one every week kind of soured my taste on them a little. It just feels a little bit too close to like actual work for me to enjoy it personally in personal projects. GNU make? Hell yeah. We love make. We love Makefile. I have a Makefile wrapper for my CMake stuff because I hated using CMake, but CMake is useful and CMake is powerful, so I want to use CMake. But I don't actually want to like use CMake even though I'm using CMake. So I have a Makefile to wrap it all. Where am I? Backend. There we go. Oh, I didn't even need to open that because we just finished that all. Okay. Let's make real quick, make sure everything is fine. Used to do element, but switched to KNR. Yeah, it feels like less offensive to the eyes, I guess. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. I don't want to get stuck doing React and Next all day. Yeah, that's kind of the position I found myself in. I feel like the job market for compiler roles is like a little bit rough. You kind of just gotta like, I don't know. There's less competition, but I also feel like it's like there's less competition because like there's less people, but there's also more competition because everyone is like actually cracked, and there is no such thing as an imposter in this. I feel like everyone that is employed in the compiler space definitely feels like they deserve employment at least. Okay, so we wrote the setters. This all builds. Let's add source backend LIR. Register or operand setters. But yeah, I was in like a pretty similar position. There's a lot of like very systemsy places that you can look. You just gotta figure out which one's right for you, I feel like. Embedded is also another good place that I think you could look as well. What made you say I want to make compilers? I took a compilers class. The one our school offers is notoriously difficult, like 20 hours a week. And then it turns out I really enjoyed it. So yeah, I reached out to the prof and I did like research for 2 years, and here I am now, I guess. Okay, so we have setters. So what do we do with these setters again? Oh, coloring. Okay. Okay, this is gonna be like really stupid actually. So, so we want set source, and then we want color. Where is our coloring? We might need to save our coloring somewhere. That's pretty important. Let's make this const. We'll just do that because we shouldn't be modifying it, I believe. Const. Whoops. We can do that. No, don't worry about the questions. It keeps me here. How do you best learn? I personally just find learning by doing works the best for me. That involves making projects for the most part. And I guess that kind of explains why I'm here doing all of this stuff. I found notes useful for me insofar as like I literally write things down, but I never really like look back at my notes for the most part, unless it's like a quick reference sort of thing. In terms of AI, I've definitely used it to like help, just because like a lot of the stuff I'm doing now is like writing test scripts. So like most recently I had to like run a bunch of benchmarks with like a custom LLVM pass, and it's very annoying to work with benchmark suites because like they all have different build systems. So there's not really like a standardized way unless you're like using like Rust or something. Because Cargo is just the GOAT apparently. So I ended up just like, I tried like handwriting something for like 2 hours. I was like, TS too annoying. I asked Gemini to do it. It just poops out a script and I'm like, okay, cool. It all works and like life is good. It's great. I freaking love it. I love it for the things I don't want to do. For the things I want to do, I absolutely hate it because I can do better. Maybe that's just ego. I don't know. But yeah, that's just my opinion, I guess. Okay, so we have this. Let's give this coloring like that. There we go. What's wrong here? We need to actually do something with this. So we want coloring. Can we use the bracket operator here? We can do get source, right? Okay, so we can't use bracket, which is fine. We'll just uh-oh. Okay, we might need to do a little bit of dynamic cast slush. Source reg. So this is dynamic cast to this is gross. So we want our register star. Let's give it I get source. We have to do dynamic cast because it could also not be a register, I guess, which is very annoying actually. This is causing me so much headache. So if source reg, then let's do that. We give it source reg here. Yeah, so we kind of just have to deal with this. And then we can do the same thing with dest. Yeah, so this will be very boilerplate looking, but it is what it is. Okay, that looks good for now. Is this WSL? Yes. The flow of Neovim is impressive, thank you. It's good to see that the recommended is doing things, at least. Do you recommend I learn touch typing? Yeah. I don't think it's that bad, to be honest. Like, if you just like type a lot, you will kind of get it naturally. Yeah, Go seems like a comfortable language to learn. I don't know if Aiden's still here, but he's done a lot of stuff in Go, and it's just like pretty versatile. I imagine he could speak about it a little bit more than I could. But yeah, we all love Rust here. What is a compiler? Like building a programming language? Sort of, but not really. So a compiler is a program that translates between programming languages. So for instance, the compiler I'm writing here translates from the C programming language down to x86 64 assembly. Or that's what I'm working on, at least. It does not generate code yet, but I'm working on that. Yeah, I don't even touch type properly, to be honest. Like, my hands kind of go all over the place, but as long as it's like some semblance of like home row existence, I think it's fine. You don't need to like have like perfect form to be reasonably fast, I think. Okay, so we can do this. Yeah, let's do that. Let's yoink all of this as well. Yeah, and now we play boilerplate simulator. Wish I could do modern development C. Yeah, C is like kind of awkward to work with, but it's like awkward in like an endearing way, in my opinion. Okay, we gotta steal all this again. I think this is the big one we need to worry about. Forced myself to touch type because I couldn't be bothered to get a new light bulb. That's so real, actually. The way I learned touch typing was I just spent too much time online as a kid. There is not a better reason than that, unfortunately. Okay, LEA is where this gets a little bit interesting, because we have like registers and an address. Oh, we need to worry about that. Okay. Okay, we need to do something about this. We need another helper. So the helper for this visitor will be This will be, I guess, our operand star. Convert. I guess we'll call this like color operand. Operand star operand. Yeah, this is important because some of these things we will like have we'll have like addresses potentially, and that causes problems because all of a sudden we have to account for that because those might have registers in them. Just for like base index scale displacement addressing. So the scale and displacement are like constants, but the base and the index are both registers, so we need to do something about that. I just realized we needed to do that, so let's do that. Also, let's make the constructor a thing real quick before I forget. Coloring is coloring. We can do that. Okay, so we can do this. Let's yoink that stuff. Inside of here, we should just give it operand. And then if reg, return reg. Oh, wait, we should return that. Coloring at operand, like that, right? This takes a register. Oh, reg. There we go. First try. Let's see your channel grow your 20+ viewers. Yeah, it's always crazy to just like see a lot of people that show up. It's like I literally just sit here, I read a book sometimes. I write a bunch of getters and setters for like an hour, and then like YouTube gives me like 10 cents, and it's like wow. How do you get good at Vim? Just a lot of hours. At some point, it's like relearning to walk, but once you relearn how to walk, you will be able to like sprint at super speed. Okay, so this is the register side. Now we want to check address. Instead of register, let's cast to address. First try. Perfect spelling. Okay. So this makes a mess. Real quick down here, return null putter if it's not a register or an address. I think that's the easiest way to go about this. Yeah, let's do it like that. Or we could just make it return the original and we could just set it back to the same thing, which is funny. Rust tooling is nice and all, but it's not my cup of tea. I think that's fair. Like, Rust is like in this little. I think I can kind of just like do everything is the interesting thing. I think like Zig also like. I guess like Zig also is like less trendy, which does matter insofar as like if you're working on a large project, just like getting people to like adopt it, I guess, or like getting people to work on it rather. Yeah, the pattern matching is really nice in Rust. It's one of the things I wish C++ had. It would make my life so much easier for so many different reasons, actually. What am I doing here? So this is an address, so we want new base. So it's coloring at address, get base. What type is this? This is the register star. We can do the same with index. Oh, we need to deal with null pointer. Okay, let's simplify. Let's take a step back. Auto base equals address, get base, and then we can do the same with index. Oh, address. There we go. Maybe the comma operator is a little bit awkward. So if base, then we do coloring at base. Otherwise, we can just keep it as null putter, I guess. This is index. This is index. Index, null putter. Okay, so now we just make a new address. So we want OM. Oh, we need to save the OM again. Okay. C++ proposal for pattern matching. Oh no. Wait, I want to see this. I'm curious. Proposal. Please do not be awful. Please, whatever this looks like, please do not be similar to like whatever the hell Ranges has done. Please do not be terrible. Maybe this one is going to load? Let's make this dark. Oh, that's not bad. This is actually I feel like this is perfectly fine. Like, it's verbose, obviously, but like everything C++ is verbose. So like this seems pretty workable. I thought there was gonna be like some really gross new sort of way. Okay, let's look at this one maybe. Oh, okay, I guess I won't look at the, oh, okay, no, I will. What the? Okay, this is like this is like gross, but sure. Okay, what is happening? What actually is happening here? Wait. Oh no. Oh no, what have they done? No, wait, no. Wait, I'm no longer a fan. Okay. I guess it was bound to happen, but by God, that's ugly. Okay, we're gonna close out of that before I like burn my eyes. I get what they were trying to do, because like they're like trying to do what like Rust is doing, but like unfortunately like C++ has like bogged it down with so much slush that there's no pretty way to do it anymore, I feel like. Okay, so we need to give this operand manager again. So let's yoink that once again. Zoop. We need to change this real quick. Let's do that. Let's give it coloring. OM is OM. So we want OM get address because we need to make a new address here. So base or new base, new index, address, get scale, and then address, get displacement. like that. There we go. And all of that's fine now. So now we can fix this in a second. Here we want to give it lar get om. Okay, now we can go back in time and make this not awful. So we want color operand, or we could do like tricolor, I think. Yeah, let's make it verbose. I do not care. So let's tricolor with I get source. This is still a little bit boilerplatey, but we can do that. Hopefully C++ overhauls stuff and breaks backwards compatibility. I disagree. I think at that point, like, I don't know, like the whole point of like C++ being backwards compatible is just to like keep it as C++, right? So like, I truly do not think there is a solution other than just like making a new language, to be honest. Like I don't really see what makes like a backwards compatibility breaking C++ distinct from like Zig, for instance. Like maybe the syntax is different, but like if we're gonna break it, we may as well just make a new language, you know. Okay, let's yoink everything. Hard rule to not use stdlib. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. That seems terrifying to me, so I will not tackle that yet, but yeah. Okay, so these all replace pretty nicely, it looks like. I can just drop that in. But this is a different type. So this is, I guess, source address, actually. Write your own vector, true. Let's just rename these. And just make things easier. Yeah, rename. Oh, this one I need to yoink this still. This one we need to treat this differently, but I'll do that in a second. Okay, we can do that. So this we need to static cast to lar address putter, because we know this is an address, because we're feeding it an address, at least. Okay, what else has a getter? Comp has 2 getters, but we make them very ugly. So let's actually get rid of these. Let's make this source 1, get source 1, set source 1. We give it, oh, we can't. Yes, we want source 1. And you'll never guess what goes down here. Compile times are low. Glop. Somehow I don't believe that. I'm not really sure why. The rest of this is mostly fine. Virtual call is gonna be a pain in the ass. Where's our setter pile? We're looking for operand. Operand? Instruction. That's what we're looking for. Yeah, okay, so this is the last one we have, which is virtual call, which I am not excited for. This is terrifying. I do not enjoy this at all. 1 second for 3,000 lines of code? Oh, fair enough. I guess you could just like, I don't know, I guess you could just like stick it in your own library and just forget about it. Yeah, I don't know. I guess like data structures are kind of meant to be like rebuilt from scratch, to be honest. Like the ones in the standard libraries in general are like very generic or like very like general purpose facing. So like if you have a very niche use case, I think it makes sense at least. Okay, here's what we want to do. So we want args. So I get args. What type is that now? This is a vector of operand. Okay, nice. Okay, so we can do this. So I guess color. So you can like try color operand arg. If colored, then we can arg equals colored. Right? This is a thing. This is a ref. Okay, perfect. Something's squeaking a lot. Wait. There better not be a mouse like under my bed. That would be terrifying. Anyway. That's a problem for like 10 minutes later me. I'm quite scared actually now all of a sudden that is reality. Okay, so let's do this and then set args. Let's give it args. Like that. There we go. So now if we did everything correctly, this should work. This should work on our one test. Nothing breaks yet? Oh, no, no, no. That won't work. Okay, let's... Fuck! Okay. What is wrong here? Carbon aims to do 100k in 1 second. Crazy work. Kind of strange, I haven't touched C++ in a few months and I can somewhat read and understand. That's pretty cool. I guess that means you've like learned it properly. What is wrong here? Oh, I know what's wrong here. We need our... We need to do sizes. That is what I'm missing. The other thing I'm thinking about is we don't store sizes for LEA, which also might be a problem, actually. Yeah, this might actually be a big problem. Yeah, okay. So where is this failing, first of all? Let's figure that out first. Tricolor 69, nice. Here, everything should be colored. This should not be a problem, I think. Oh, I know what's wrong. Okay. Constrained register does not cast cleanly. Okay, let's caps that because I forgot. Okay, so then we could just return the register from constrained get name, like that. So that should fix everything, hopefully. Damn it. Okay. Grr. It's a 73 now. It's the same place. Why is this the same place? What register is it bricking on? What the hell? Huh. Okay, it's in a move. Why is it messing up in a move? Wait, what? Let's just do that for a second. Just to no-op it out. Raising window manager. This is just tmux. Yeah, so I have two tmux windows going. Okay, what could possibly be causing? Oh. Did we forget to color memory registers? What is going wrong? Okay. Let's just, because I'm too lazy to use a debugger, what we're gonna do, let's just rebuild this for a second. Let's just print every register that goes through this. So we can toString and line. Let's just do that. We'll see what it vomits out. EAX? What? Oh, because it's sized. Okay, all good. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. That's really annoying. That's actually very annoying. Okay. Let's do virtual register instead. We'll just do that. Yeah. And then we just skip physical for now. Okay, let's see what this does. Hopefully this works. Zoop. Okay. It doesn't. Does this work? Wait. We might have done it. We might have actually done it. These look like real registers. Wait, guys. Guys, I think we did it. I think we actually did it. Holy crap. Wait, I'm quite happy about this. These look like real registers. This looks like almost assembly, actually. There's like some things we need to fix, but this is a very, very good place to be. Wow. So something is wrong here, obviously, but we'll resolve that in a bit. We'll resolve that at like a later point in time. All the random discrepancies. But yeah, it looks good. I'm very happy about this. Let's like not print the stuff up here though. This will fail tests, I think. Or it runs tests, but it will fail if we like stick memtoreg in it. But holy crap, it outputs, it does register allocation. We haven't dealt with a case where we need to spill yet, but let's give it the square test. Oh my god. Okay, we could do something about this to make it less awful. We definitely need to fix the size situation as well. But holy crap, it works. Okay, I think this is a reasonable stopping point. So let's just like do the cleanup stuff. So what did we change here? We commit colors. Okay. And we can push that. Before I forget for next time, let's do commit sizes in colorings. Okay. Yippee. Holy crap. This brings me joy. Yeah. I think I'm gonna call the stream here today. Next time I think we will do this like size committing thing. How do you find co-ops? I don't know, to be honest. There's like big GitHub job boards, and there's like other job boards as well. I think those are kind of just where you have to look. But yeah, thank you all so much for showing up today. If you haven't already, make sure you like the stream, sub to the channel. While you're down there, check out the description. Down there is my Discord. Feel free to join that. Best place to get pinged when I go live and chat with everyone else. Also down there is my LinkedIn and my GitHub. Feel free to add me on those. And my GitHub sponsors is there if you wish to support me financially. Yeah, I'm gonna go chill now. This has been a very good stream. I'm quite happy with how everything is turning out. Very soon we will have actual assembly, which has me very excited, because then we can benchmark against GCC and Cling, and we will see how much worse my code is. Yeah, take care y'all, take it easy, and have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are.